And welcome back to Lantern Corps video. Today, in our Lantern Corps series, this one comes to us from Lord High Admiral Squid, who asked the question, what Lantern Corps does Kurumi Tokisaki from Date a Live Girl belong in? So, upon looking up what this girl's Lantern Corps is, or her personality is, because I'd never read or watched Date a Live Girl, upon looking up this character, I very quickly came to the conclusion that there is not a lot of good Lantern Corps to fit this character. Yes, she's killed quite a few people, but I would not call her the personification of death, nor I don't believe she's dead. Despite being a living being on some level, I do not see her being a White Lantern, as she does not care about the personification of life, really, in the general sense. She is not eternally happy, or has always been happy, so Gold Lantern makes no sense. The Shame Lanterns, not really, because she doesn't hold any shame towards what she's done, or anything she's done, really. She's not really a textbook Hope Lantern, because she does not inspire, nor does she carry hope. I mean, she's got faith. She'll get her mission done, but it's hardly enough to really factor into being a Blue Lantern. She has a clear goal in mind, so an avarice lanternry doesn't work either. She's not necessarily greedy. She just has a particular goal in mind. She does have compassion, just not for people normally. That's why the Lantern of Compassion won't work, because it's not her defining trait. She's not in love or carries a huge amount of love for anything. She's clearly got will, sure, but overcoming great fear, that's not exactly what she's doing in those scenarios. And she's not someone, I guess, who inspires great fear. I'm sure she can inspire fear. So she doesn't really inspire great fear. The only Lantern Corps I could find that kind of matched her personality was the Lantern Corps of Rage. And this is because she harbors, as it is written down here, where did it say here? She possesses a strong dislike of humanity that borders on mistrust, which is something she shares with most of the other spirits in her debut. She is prone to fits of insane laughter and possesses no regard for human life, viewing them as a food source to restore her own time, thus a disposable commodity. You could maybe make an argument for avarice to some degree, but I think she harbors a bit more rage and anger in her than say greed or avarice, or even a lack of compassion. She clearly has compassion for other things, like she's actually very much cares for animals, particularly kittens. But she's doesn't have a real strong caring for humanity. And you either need to be like devoid of compassion, or need to be your strongest trait to be a compassion lantern, and that's not the case with her. But this dislike and trust of humanity, I think, lends itself closer to a Hate Lantern Corps, or Rage Lantern Corps. This is due to the fact that we have main characters upstaging characters of a certain race and class or whatever, and they're not used to that. It will wear on them psychologically after a while. And I think that could be displayed with a character like this. Again, I say this having not actually read or watched the series. So I do say that with a caveat being that if you've read or watched the series, let me know what you think is probably the stronger Lantern Corps. But that would be, in my opinion, the Lantern Corps for this character. It's the best I could probably do, and given what I have available to work with. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put the comments below. Let us know the review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified, and I'll see you folks later.